All right, we are here live at the Scioto River for episode 6 of River Roundtable. Running everything from behind the scenes, we got the radar, Trent Thompson to my left. To my left. We got Pick'em and Hit'em, Hines. To my far right, we got the Sugar Daddy, J.C. Evans. I'm the face of the place, Chris White. We got 3 special guests with us here today. Immediately to my right, we got senior baseball player from Green High School. Check my notes here. Blake Smith. Next to him, we got junior John Knapp. And to the far right, with the 1996 bleach blonde hair, we've got Landon Kimbler, a senior from the baseball team as well. So, guys, we appreciate the opportunity, you guys coming in, talking to us about your season, recap how your guys' season went. But first and foremost, right before we get into that, congratulations to the Notre Dame Titans softball team, D7 state champs last night. Congratulations to them. Good job. Way to represent DeSoto County in the area and bringing home a Division 7 state championship. Record setting, first year for D7. So you guys set all kinds of records. That's great. So shout out to Coach Ford, Coach Entler. So with that being said, let's get right into it with the boys from Green. Blake, if you want to start out, kind of introduce yourself, whatever you want to talk about, if you want, whatever you want people to know about you, throw it out there.
My name is Blake Smith.
What position you played?
I play center field. I'm leadoff hitter, and I'm a graduate from Green High School and plan on attending Ohio University.
John?
I'm a junior.
Speak up a bit.
I'm a junior. Pitch, I play first base, and I'm forward.
I'm Landon Kimbler. I'm a shortstop, and I'm after graduation, I want to attend trade school.
Awesome. So, Hines, you want to start off? You got anything for him?
Just talk about this year in a whole. You guys had a good year. I know Chris and I were up there, watched you guys beat Notre Dame.
Notre Dame beat them.
Notre Dame. We went.
But they'd clinched the SOC already.
Clinched the SOC. You guys beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Just talk a little bit about the season, if anything stands out. Some big games you had, or anything you might add.
Just this season has been great, honestly. When me and Landon first played at Green, we wasn't known for baseball or anything, and it was just great to build up our team and win districts.
At the beginning of the year, we set 2 goals, to win SOC, and then after that, we worked for the district championship.
So how much did your 2 senior leadership play into molding where this team went this year? And, of course, John had a leadership role as well, being the pitcher and stuff like that. But how much did your guys' senior leadership, or what did you guys do as an umbrella as seniors to say, hey, listen, get on our coattails. This is what our goals are. This is what we want to accomplish, and kind of put Green on the map, especially you guys come out, win the SOC, win the district and stuff like that. At what point did that really start for you guys, or what did you guys do?
Our freshman year, we didn't have any seniors to lead us. We had 1 senior. So we knew that our goal was to win the league eventually and to go far in the tournament. So.
And also, we won SOC last year and almost made it to the district finals last year, so we knew what it would take to make it there and win that district game. And
John?
Really just played a big role. Every time I had to go on the pitch, I had to do my best job to keep us in the game.
So did you feel at times that, as when you was on the mound, did you feel that pressure that you maybe needed to strike everybody out, or whatever? You had a lot of pressure on your shoulders, or was you comfortable relying on your defense that was behind you?
I was definitely comfortable relying on the defense behind me, especially him in center field and him at shortstop. But most of the time, I just went out there and just did what I did.
Stand out on the hill and at 6'6" and wing it, right?
Yeah.
JC?
So my next question is for Blake. You played center field, right?
Yeah.
So with these 2 on the mound, how boring did it get out there?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. They probably didn't get hit much during SOC play.
Yeah, during some games it does get boring out there, but you know, I just love when the ball gets hit to me out there and trying to make, you know, great catches and back my guys up.
I got one more for you. What was going through your head, the walk off? Like, what was the mindset going in to know that you needed to get a hit?
Yeah, so definitely, we ran the starting pitcher's pitch count up, and he reached his limit on pitches. So they brought in that new pitcher. So I knew he was a little nervous, like I was going into it. And he started off the at bat with throwing me 2 balls. So I knew he was going to give me a strike on that next pitch.
Yep.
And it was a outside fastball and took it backside, and it was just.
Hey, that got me out of the seat. I
Yeah.
was at the house.
Yeah.
And we was at the house while me and my son was watching on TV. And I've known you guys for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
And you, as soon as you came up to the bat, I was like, this is a good position to be in. He throws 2 balls, and you said you knew a strike was coming.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit it, me and my son goes to it, like, it's ball game.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, we know, not a
Yeah.
big Bobcat, but we support local athletes.
Yeah.
And for you guys, that was huge. It's an awesome feeling. And hey, Whiteoak tried to get by with keeping the pitch, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he went to line back up, and your coach came out and was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then because he looked like he was getting ready to try to go to another batter. They had 2 outs, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
2 outs.
Yeah.
Hines?
You guys had some nice postseason awards. I know Landon, SOC Player of the Year, Co-Player of the Year. John, Pitcher of the Year in the SOC. Blake, you were first team. Talk a little bit. We were talking earlier before the show about local sports and how strong the SOC was this year. Talk a little bit about what that means to be get those high awards in the conference.
I think it's just really an honor to represent, our baseball team and, everyone around here. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the team wins are really the only thing that means the most, I guess. Awards are just something that comes after.
Yeah, like John said, the awards are nice, but after we got those awards, we knew we wanted to make that run in the tournament and win a district championship.
So I guess, kind of to piggyback off Heinz's question for you guys is, and listen to your guys' answers, you would give up every award you had
Yes.
to obviously play one more game.
100%.
Right? To have that opportunity to get to that potentially get to that regional championship opportunity, right?
Yes.
I think that speaks volume for you guys as your character, because a lot of times these days it's all about me instead of we. And I know we've got some other guests that's kind of had that same mentality of we want to win. Like, I don't care what I got to do to help my team be successful. I'm going to do it, right? So I think, yes, the accolades are really great, and yes, kids should be recognized for their success, individual success. But again, I truly feel that you guys set a huge precedence with Green and those underclassmen to say, listen, we started as freshmen with 1 senior. How many seniors do you guys have this year on the team?
3.
3
Yeah.
seniors, right? Not a very big school, obviously, right? I think you guys laid out a really good foundation and footprint for those underclassmen to say, listen, we got to get more kids out to play, and it's not about the awards that we won. It's about having that opportunity to win the SOC, win the conference, right? Make the tournament, and then make a run in the tournament, and let's go deep in it. So kudos to you guys for taking that senior leadership role on, and hopefully some of those younger kids that are up there understood and value that, and you guys can obviously get some more kids out. I know, I know last year, Coach Hall was up there, football coach. I played for Coach Hall. When he took the job, talking to Coach Hall, I'm just like, what are you doing? And then he calls me and is like, I don't even know if we're having enough kids to play. Then I got a couple kids hurt, and I don't know if I'm even going to have 13 to be able to play 11 on the field, and a couple subs this Friday. So those are all challenges that you guys run into up there, and I think that's a lot of challenges a lot of the smaller schools around here run into. Kids get burnt out. I mean, I know all 3 of you are multi-sport athletes. Football, basketball, baseball, golf, stuff like that. You guys got some kids on the golf team. So I think, are you guys starting soccer? Trying to start soccer? The rumor is.
We have like a club.
You guys got a club team? Yeah. So, which I think, I'll just be honest with you, I think is a horrible idea. And here's why. My reasoning behind it is being the fact of I'm not against soccer. My kid played soccer. I knew nothing about it, but I supported it at South Webster. But I feel that the size of what Green is, you can't afford to have a soccer team. If you had a club team this year, how many of those kids would have been on the football team rather than playing club soccer? Which I think really drives your numbers down and hurts you as a program. You know, so kudos. I understand what they're wanting to do to grow. You know, as a community and school, great. I understand that part of it, but you got to have numbers to be able to do that. And you obviously never want to see a program sacrifice to, we'll say, be mediocre or average and not have good success, because then you turn kids away that are when you're not successful, right? Yeah. So I think you guys have done a fantastic job as seniors, and I really like when you interviewed yourself. You know, Blake, going into, you know, which was the question I had for you guys towards the end, but you answered it. Going to Ohio University, what do you plan on studying?
I plan on majoring in finance.
Finance?
Yeah.
You like numbers?
Yeah.
Good. I need a good accountant, so hurry up. So,
Hey, Blake, if this blows up, I'll hire you.
All right.
yeah. So, Kimber, you got a specific trade you're looking at?
Electrician, probably.
Good call. 99% of the time, it's either air conditioned or heated, so you don't work out in the rain. Good call. Good call. So, and of course, Napa, I mean, you still have another year. I know.
I kind of know what I want to do.
So, what do you got an idea to do?
I want to go as far as I can in baseball, but nursing school after that.
Nursing school?
Nursing school.
Awesome.
Can't go wrong there.
Awesome. So, I mean, obviously, you know, you got another year, you know, to tone in on your craft, you know, obviously get better to get that exposure. So let me ask you this. If that's your goal, and, you know, with these guys graduating and you coming back, you know, next year, what steps are you taking right now to start that process to give you that opportunity to go to the next level? Besides the hard work and that type of stuff.
Probably, well, for our team, trying to get more kids out to play baseball, because obviously we have to have enough kids to play next year, which is always a worry at Green, but I think we will. And outside of that, probably just making sure I'm thorough every day and just doing whatever it takes to win next year, just one year at a time.
So from the college aspect, or looking at that opportunity to go to college to play at the next level, have you started your recruiting process? Are you reaching out to coaches, going to prospect camps, and stuff like that already?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to a tournament this weekend.
Awesome. So you want to let us know, is there any front runners right now that you really like?
I'd like to go to Marshall and play. I mean, if that opportunity opens.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
But listen, we know I'm a basketball guy, so we got to transition. Okay, like baseball, I love it. I like it, but I love basketball. And I've seen all three of you guys this past year come out. First of all, I didn't follow Money because that was abuse what you guys did to us at Green. Okay, you guys beat us by like 40. You guys couldn't miss. I think there was actually a back line in the ball, but it just kept going right. I don't know what was going on, but so for you, John, you averaged 21 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 2.5 steals, and you shot 52% from the field, and you hit 44 threes as a 6'5". That's essentially a big man. Like that's insane. You was first team All SOC, Player of the Year, first team All District, coaches and media, and then second team All State. That's pretty impressive. So I would assume that you guys would be the front runner. I mean, that's just bring back a player like that. But you're losing your glue guy down there. Did everything. I'm gonna take charges tonight. I'm gonna deflect passes. I'm gonna lock down their best player. And then you're losing your floor general. So what is the mindset coming in for that? Because you're replacing, like I said, the glue guy and then Landon, who averaged 14 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and shot 35% from 3.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot to lose, but I think we should be a front runner. That's just
I believe so.
we have some underclassmen that have been really good.
So you guys, so being June, you guys are already kind of starting some things in June. That's basketball month for, you know, summer and stuff. So, you know, Coach King up there, you know, preparing you guys. I have a lot of respect for Coach King. I think he does a fantastic job. I think he's a great fit for you guys up there, obviously. And you guys had a lot of good success this past season. So I really listening to what Coach King's got going on, and you know, you guys will be successful again. So you know, for Blake and for Kimber, let me ask you guys this: has it sunk in that it's over for you now? I mean, graduation, baseball's over. I have to kind of grow up and be an adult. Has that sunk in yet?
I think once football starts, I think that's when it'll hit.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Once the new school year starts, you're not going to
Right.
Yeah.
So I know So what is this? Is this the third year for the whole renovation, new school, baseball fields? Was this the third season?
Yeah, this would be the third year.
This will be the third, or was this you guys played was the second?
This will be the third football season coming up.
Third
Yeah.
football season,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
football season.
fantastic facilities up there with the work that went into green, the new school, the football facilities, the softball field, the baseball field, just great facilities up there. Kudos, in Franklin Furnace for what they've
It'll
done.
be the fourth
4th
year.
year,
Yeah, it'll be the
yeah.
fourth year,
Okay.
Hey,
So
I want to give a shout out to Green though for how quick they were able to get everything ready for when Ironton was supposed to play that game against.
Yeah.
From what Clarkson was it? Yeah, Clarkson North, and for them to take that on within the span of that kind of
48 hours, I
yeah,
think,
that
wasn't it?
epitomizes like the whole Franklin Furnace community. So like it's a tight knit group. If you ain't with them, then, but it seems like that they just come together whenever you need them the most. So that's a shout out to Green and how tight that community is.
So Blake, I got a question for you, and then for each one of you, but I'll start with you, Blake. So obviously the walk-off hit that you had to win the game, high point of your, I would say one of your, but it's towards the end of the season. Is there any other memories or anything else prior to that that really sticks out to you that was a highlight of your career as a senior?
I would just really honestly say just winning SOC both years with my teammates, it's just memories that I'll never forget about. And I couldn't ask for better teammates and guys to play with.
John?
I'd have to say winning the SOC 2 years in a row. Hopefully get another chance at it next year.
Yep.
That's,
Kimber?
I'd say like our 5 extra inning games. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
You guys tired after that? Nervous? How about nervous?
Yeah.
Some nerves set in?
sure. After the first 2, I think
yeah,
we knew like
Yeah.
the other games would be easy.
Yeah.
We were in that position so many
Yeah.
times this year. When we got to the district championship, we knew that.
Yeah.
people wasn't winning.
So a lot of times when you guys came in prior to the extra inning games, how many times do you guys feel that you were the underdog when you walked on the diamond and people didn't give you guys the respect you needed, even though you won the SOC?
I feel like we were the underdogs a lot of times. I feel like since we're so small, people don't give us a lot of credit, and we just got to prove them wrong.
Play with a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we were the underdogs, but like as a team, like we never felt that we were underneath.
Yeah, we
any
always-
of the teams we played. Like we can play right.
We knew
there.
we could beat them. Yeah.
Kimbler? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So again, it kind of goes back to something like the whole group effort. Put the we before me, and whatever it takes for us to get that win. So Hines.
No, we just watched. We went to I went to some green basketball games, some baseball games, and just the community up there. It's like everyone buys in Franklin Furnace. I never really knew that until that, but it's kind of cool to see. So what does it mean to you guys when you're playing in front of a good crowd, or whether it's basketball, baseball, football? What does the Franklin Furnace support mean to you guys?
Honestly, it's just a great community. I mean, for the last 3 baseball games, our tournament games, we got escorted by our fire department, and our community was there to send us off. And they always have our back, so we always try to go out there and represent them and play the best we can.
I'd say even in our like down seasons when we're not winning a bunch of games, I still think they show up and support us.
JC.
Yeah, that's even when Green isn't super good, the community still comes out. But for you guys, seniors, what is a message you can relay to? You have a younger brother, right?
Yeah.
So what is the message that you can relay to that group? That was, I ain't gonna lie, they was heckling the crap out of us on the bench. They was getting after it. It's awesome to see, but they was getting after it. What is the message you can relay to them about just the expectations of being a Green Wildcat?
They're, that group of kids, that freshman class, they had a chance to do something special in their junior season. So,
Yeah. I feel like just keep the tradition going and everything, and just put in the work, and they'll see results.
Do you guys think it helps when they walk down the hallways and they look at that trophy case and you see that SOC trophy, you see that district championship trophy, right? Regional runner, that has to fuel a little bit of that, I would
Yeah.
think. And again, I think the buy-in is this with those younger guys is as senior leaders and the way you guys went out, and of course John will step into that role and a few others next year as well. It's important to continue that and to get and drive those numbers up. to make sure that happens, right? So, I mean, listen, let's be honest with you. All of us will be honest, period. Winning breeds success, success breeds numbers, right? When your program is successful, everybody wants to be a part of it, right? And I think for the biggest factor that is getting the numbers out and everybody understanding where they fit in their role, with that program. And so again, I would still drive to those guys, get the numbers out there, because there's a place and you guys need them. You guys need them. Like we can't. Unfortunately, in this area, we're with most of all of our schools in this area. All of our athletes are 2 and 3 sport athletes because we don't have the school size of being a specialty player for a sport. Then I have a secondary sport that I'm okay or decent at. We have to be good at multiple sports to make sure that we're successful across the board and to make sure your teams are successful. And again, kudos to you guys because you guys rolled football, basketball, baseball. Some of your kids rolled in like through golf, and it's that continuous carousel of when do I get a break and enjoy high school, right? So kudos to you guys for putting that work in and representing Green High School and the success you guys had this year.
Speaking of golf, you doing golf again, John? Yeah, John's a golfer. Did you know that, Hines?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, he golfed. Yeah, he golfs. Hines played college golf. So, yeah, he played at Northern Kentucky. But, Blake, I want to give you a shout out. I was told by a little birdie that you had a really good football year. Obviously, the wins didn't translate.
Yeah.
But was there a game where you guys he wasn't able to receive any awards, correct?
Yeah.
So he wasn't able to receive it, but I was told that you would have been first team all in such
Yeah.
seed.
I did get first team all district. And,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but you guys wasn't able to. Unfortunately, we're talking about numbers, but you would have been an all district player.
Yeah.
You led the team in tackles. Like I just
Yeah.
want to give you your flowers for having a great football season. No one else will recognize. We'll recognize you, brother.
Yeah,
Heck of a
thank you
season.
for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of kids sometimes that doesn't get recognition in league play by their peers, and then you turn around and you end up receiving some type of district, regional, or state honor, which I think carries more. But again, it goes back to see the big picture because, listen, we all know we're not full crap. There's politics that gets played in SOC and conference voting. We all know that, right? So just how it is. And knowing and seeing those numbers as well, JC, his defensive numbers especially, and when those come out, I'm just like, who voted on this? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then as it went down the road and finding out the other accolades that he had gotten, those had to mean more than stand out more than what the SAC did.
What makes zero sense to me is it wasn't like they didn't get to play one game, so the kid can't get awards. That is mind-boggling. Like I get it, like injuries happen, but for you not to be able to get all district or all SOC because one game is pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
But
For sure is.
yeah, like I said, we wanted to at least bring it up. We knew he was a really good football player, but we want everybody else to know.
Yeah.
Hines?
No, I think these three should be proud of what they've done. They have a community proud of them. A lot of accomplishments like we talked about, and honors and awards, and I'm sure they'll be successful at whatever they choose to do next.
JC?
And you guys make sure you tell JD. He was my JV coach when I was at East. I was in varsity. He was a JV coach. So I love Coach King, and he's awesome. So I hope you guys have the same experience that we had with him.
Won't you guys tell everyone where they can follow you at
Yep.
social media so they can keep up with you?
You can just find me on Instagram, Blake Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram.
You guys ain't gonna make it. You can't be bashful. You guys are way too bashful. Way too bashful. Hey, you can follow us as well, River City Sports Media, RCSM at 740. That's our handle, our Twitter, our Instagram, Facebook, everything. Make sure you like, you share, you follow. Because like I said, the reason we do this and we started this, Trent and JC starting this and coming on board to do this was to do exactly what we're doing this morning is, taking our local athletes who have been successful and give them their shine that they deserve, especially seniors coming out and heading to the next level, maybe to play, collegiately. But regardless is the success and recognize the kids in this area. Because there is people that want to show, they don't want to show their face until maybe a district championship game, or they don't want to show up to a regional game, and then they want to take they want to ride the coattails of those teams. You know, where our footprint is, we want to be there the entire season, right? We want to follow you guys, and from what I was told, I respect what you guys did up at the VA. So again, that's why we are River City Sports Media, is to follow our local teams throughout the season, not just when they're playing a big game or playing for a district championship or whatever the case may be. We want your story told all year, and it was hard this year. I mean, I will tell the story that, you know, when Hines and I covered the Notre Dame and Green game, you guys were not successful that night. You'd already clinched the conference, so I think it was, you know, we clinched the conference, we met a goal. I felt that probably you guys were more worried about getting ready for the tournament, right? And not saying that game was not important to you, but we met a good first goal, right? Hines and I were leaving, and there was a parent that was upset that questioned me because we interviewed Notre Dame, and their comment was, "Well, we won the league." And I said, "Well, unfortunately, there's only 4 of us or 5 of us that can cover games right now, and we know you guys won the league, but you lost tonight." And she wasn't very happy, which I didn't really care. So, so I didn't. But again, like I said, there was very few of us. We all have lives outside of this. This is a hobby for us because we love sports in our area. We are proud of the sports that are in our area. It doesn't matter what SOC you're in or what division you're in as a school. We want to recognize our student athletes in this area throughout their career, from the beginning of the season until that season ends, like I said, and not just show up and ride coattails for a district championship and say, "Look at me, I want to take a picture and interview you." So that's why we do what we do in this area. And that's why we strictly try to stay pretty much in the SOC and cover our people. We have covered some other schools. We've talked about, Hillsborough. We've talked about Ironton and some other things that's went on. But again, dominantly we are Southern Ohio is what we want to cover, especially the SOC, because I think right now it proves it that the Southern Ohio, and you guys can vouch for this as well, all of us that are here and a lot of people watching can vouch that there is zero respect south of 270 for Southern Ohio sports. Well, I hate to break it to you, but if you want to go back and recap on some things this year, we could. You got South Webster went to the Final Four in basketball, right? You've got, like I said, Notre Dame won the Division VII state championship in softball. Willersburg's playing for it tonight. Ironton state championships in football, right? Valley with Cam Phillips, golf. Portsmouth girls winning in basketball, for God's sakes. They were on the very first broadcast. So, again, 270 can shove it up their ass. I'm sorry. So, I mean, we got athletes and we got athletes and we got players in Southern Ohio. I mean, we do. So, you're not going to disrespect our student athletes down here. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate you coming in. We would not be able to do this without our sponsors, the Soda River, the Portsmouth Brewing Company, the Portsmouth UPS, Haynes Chevrolet in South Webster, Deemer's Food Fair in Willersburg. Those guys sponsor us week in and week out. That's why we're able to do what we do, to get out and cover what you guys are doing, night in and night out. And we know the hard work you guys put in. Like I said, that's why we wanted to give you guys your shine and let you guys see it. So with that being said, Kimber, you got any last words?
No, I just want to thank you guys for following us this whole year. That's it.
So you'll see more of us as we continue to grow. You will see River City Sports Media. You'll see more coverage as we continue to grow. We're taking baby steps in a giant pond right now, but I think we're doing pretty darn good. So, John, nothing. Blake,
Just thanks for having